Hi guys, good afternoon. It's KCFX here. Today, as I said to us yesterday night after this short video which I dropped on our platform, I explained to us that I'm going to be dropping a part 2 of the video which I introduced last 2 weeks, a part 2 of it, so that we can be able to understand how that strategy works and use it to trade ourselves, because the goal is to make us be able to make trades for ourselves. I want us to be able to take trades by ourselves and build something yourself. Trying to teach everyone who is willing to learn to be able to trade the way I trade, the KCFX way. It's a little bit complex, yes, but with if you're really willing to learn, you can take it slow and steady. I'm always here, so you can always reach out to me for me to talk to us about it. So it's not really a big deal. I'm here, I'm around, so anytime you want, I have any issue, you can always come back to me, and I'm here to assist you with whatever it is. So let's go right to it. This is the part 2, remember, of the part 1 of the first video which I made. Same strategy. Part 2, I'm going to just be explaining how we can take trades, how we can pinpoint an entry, whether it's going to be a buy entry or going to be a sell entry. I'm going to show us how we can pinpoint an entry on this part 2, and also I'm going to show us how we can use our Fibonacci retracement to ascertain our higher low, or our lower high, or our lower low, or a higher high. Because the part 1, the video which I dropped, I would quickly do a recap of it. I want us to be sure to know when a market is in a uptrend market, and also in a downtrend market. So with the Fibonacci retracement, which I'll be showing us in a moment, would help us to identify which is accurate for us to use for our higher low, or lower low, or lower high scenarios. So I'm going to go into the chart now and explain to us how we can do it. But firstly, I'm going to start with recap of what I showed us on the first part 1 of the video which I dropped. So now this is a higher high, higher low situation. This shows us that the market is in an uptrend move, right? This we know. Now I'm going to go to a downtrend market. Now we have a downtrend market which lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low situation. You can see you have LH up, you have LL down, we have an LH again, but it's not above the first one. So this is a downtrend market. So, and also I also explained to us on the part 1 that we can always see market shift. This is an example of when market is going to the upside and shifting to the downside. What you need to see before you can see a shift to the downside. And this is from up to down. I'm going to show you from down to up. This is from down to up. This is an example from down to up. So this is what I explained on the first video. That's the part 1. I explained all this there, so you can go back and follow through and come into this part 2, which I'm trying to explain to us. So this part 2 is just all about using retracement to ascertain higher low, higher high, lower low, lower lows. And also how to pinpoint an entry, whether it's going to be a buy or a sell. So this video is going to carry all this. So let's get into it. So I'm going to use Solana USD for this analysis and explaining. Remember yesterday, at night, right, I gave an analysis of what we're going to be seeing today and tomorrow for the crypto pairs Solana USD, that's the Sol USD, and BTC USD, that's Bitcoin. I gave analysis for these two pairs, which I said is going to be super. And fantastically, as I said, I told us that today we should be seeing an entry for SOL USD in the early morning, okay, of today, which happened. Okay, we're glad it did, because we don't know what the market wants. They can do anything. So we are glad it opened up in the morning, and we took an entry, which already, if you can see clearly on the chart, you can see TP1 has been smashed. And of course, I gave only TP1, but there was also a TP2, but I wanted us to just take what we can and get out of the market. Okay, no time, right? Great. So I gave this, okay, for us to take a TP1. You can see clearly that SOL USD has come down to hit our TP1. Okay, and now if you can see clearly, I still one of my accounts, I still left one to move. Okay, I want to see if market can still push downwards. Okay, right now you can see my stop loss, it's almost close to my entry. That's like a break even. Okay, so I am trading a risk-free market right now, because even if it goes against me, it's going to be taking me out in just $1 or so. So it's still very much okay, right? So I'm just aiming for TP2. That's the down one. Okay, so that's that for Solana US. So I'm going to explain to us now, okay, how we can use our Fibonacci retracement tool. I'm going to use I think I'm going to use Bitcoin to give us an analysis on this one. Okay, let me see if I can use Bitcoin. Yeah, I think yes, I can do it. Let me delete all these ones. I don't need all this anymore. All these ones didn't happen yet, so it might happen later in the future, but I'll be taking it out so we can take an example with Bitcoin, how we can use a Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, I'm also going to show us the data I use, okay, the figures I use on Fibonacci retracement tool. You can also copy this and put in your own trading view. As I explained on the last video, you need to sign up on trading view so you can have an account, so you can use what I'm using here on your own chart. Okay, right. So guys, so now I'm going to open up my Fibonacci retracement tool. First, I'm going to show us the data, okay, that I use. Okay, just a moment. All right, so now on trading view, okay, you can come towards the side here. All right, it's the Fibonacci retracement tool. You click on that, and this is it. Okay, now what I want to show you now is, I want you to, if you have a trading view account now, right, I want you to use this same data, these figures you see here. Okay, after you've drawn your Fibonacci retracement tool like this, you need to right click on this. Okay, go to settings, go to style. Now I want you to do as what you see here is what you do on your own. Okay, you can see where it's marked. You can put 0.382 there. You can see the other side, 0.5, 0.618, 0.786. okay, you can see coming down. You can see some are marked, some are not marked. So you're going to mark only this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, only this 6 you mark, and also put what you see there. Like on this one you have minus 0.272, on this one you have minus 0.618. okay, when you see that, you put the same color, or the color which you think will be okay for you, whatever you think is fine. Okay, so after you do that, you click on OK, right? So now you have a Fibonacci retracement tool setup. Okay, so now I'm going to explain. The first thing I need to explain to us is how to know an upward trend on uptrend market. Okay, when you have higher low, higher high, how to know if this particular side, let me open this real quick. Now look at this. Okay, now I have a higher low here, right? We have a higher high here. Now with the Fibonacci retracement tool, okay, it's going to help you locate this HL. Okay, it's going to help you it's going to tell you that, okay, this is the right place for your higher low. Okay, so with the help of the Fibo retracement tool, okay, or Fibonacci retracement tool, okay, it's going to help you ascertain where your HL will be, where your HH will be, where your HL will be. Okay, it's going to tell you, okay, this is where your HL is, or this uptrend market is correct. Okay, the Fibonacci retracement tool will tell you this. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show us now, how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool to ascertain your HL, your HH, your HL correctly, accurately. Okay, so I'm going to go to the chart, and I'm going to show you how to identify your higher low and higher high and future higher low, and with the Fibonacci retracement tool. Now we go to the chart, Okay, so I'm going to quickly use this. 5 minutes adjustment too. Okay. All right, let's take out all this wala first. No, take out all this one. Okay, now let's see. Good. Now, let me use a clean chart so that it's going to be new, so that you can view it correctly. Okay, great. Now this is a new fresh one. Okay, this is fresh. Oh, it's not fresh. I still have some things there. Okay, I think this is okay. Let me clear all this so we can use it fresh, so we can know. This is just to show you how to use Fibonacci retracement tool to ascertain the higher low or lower high, lower low situation, where to know and know where it is accurately. Okay, I use that to ascertain where this higher low is and where I can start looking for entry. But first we'll start with how to know which one is the higher low and which one is the lower high. But for now, I'm going to clear all this one so that we can see clearly. Let's delete all these ones first so we can see road well. Okay. Mamma mia. Okay. All right. Now we have a clear chart. Okay, we have a clear chart. Okay. Now looking at this chart, okay, let me try expand it so we can see clearly. Now this is the 30. Remember, it's a 30 minutes time frame. You should always be in a 30 minutes time frame. Always remember that. Okay, it's a 30 minutes, 15 minute strategy which we are working on now. Okay, so this is the 30 minutes time frame. You should always be on 30 minutes. Okay, now looking at this market, this particular one, this one, I mean this one, from here down to this one. Okay, now looking at this market, the market looks like I think it's a downtrend market. Okay, looking at it this way, okay, it's going down like this. Okay, you can just take your arrow and draw it like this. This is a downtrend market. You can see the market is all the way down, right? We are having lower highs and lower lows. Remember, when we are looking for, when we have a downtrend market, we should be expecting a lower high, lower lows. Okay, when you have an uptrend market, we're expecting higher, higher, higher lows. So this one, you can see an arrow here shows that this market is facing down, meaning this market is a downtrend market. Okay, all right, good. So now we know that this market is a downtrend market. Okay, now what we're going to need to do next, okay, now by right, the first one here, this one here, should be our lower high because it's the one on top. Lower high. No. Sorry. Lower high. Okay, let's give it black, but let's give it red because it's red, bearish, downward. Okay, so now it's a lower high. Okay, great. Now we have a lower high here, right? And after a lower high, what are we expecting? We're expecting to be seeing a lower low, right? So now a lower low, we should be expecting a lower low at this end. Okay, a lower low, just like how we have here. Okay, let me go back here so we can see it. Okay, we have a lower high up, right? So we should be expecting a lower low down, right? So now back to the chart. Now we have we're going to be having a lower low here because it's down, right? LL. Okay, now this is where our Fibonacci retracement tool needs to come in play, right? It should, because now we want to see a lower high. A lower high means we need to see market come up again, right? Okay, to a level, right? Just as we have here. Just as we have where are you? This one. Well, just as we have here. Okay, we have lower high up here, we have lower low. Now to ascertain LH, which is lower high, we need to use the Fibonacci retracement tool to identify the exact place where we can start looking for, okay, You understand? Now let's go. Now of course, looking at it, you believe that by right we should have our lower high here. Okay, we can clone this one. We can just put our lower high here, of course, because of course it's up, but it's not higher than the first LH here, right? So up here is also correct, but to be sure, okay, to be clear about it, to be sure that this is where it's supposed to be, okay, I use Fibonacci retracement to ascertain it, to be sure that okay, my LH is here. Okay, so now to be sure that this LH is accurate, okay, all right, now you need to take your Fibonacci retracement tool, which is here, okay, 5 retracement tool. You need to put your retracement tool at the below, okay, at this end here. Click down here from the low. You need to move it to the high of the lower edge. Okay, fantastic. And what happens? You can see on the 0.618, okay, on the 0.618, this area, okay, this red line, all right, gives us a confirmation that that level is supposed to be our lower high. Okay, that's a confirmation. If we zoom in to see, okay, if we zoom in to see, okay, if you zoom in to see, you can see from here, okay, you can see here, you can see market, the wick of the candles touched it almost how many times? 1, 2, and 3. Shows us that that area is accurately correct. That's where our lower high is supposed to be. Okay, so now knowing that, okay, now we know that that place should be our lower high. Okay, we know that's our lower high. Okay, now we'll put our lower high here. Okay, now when you get a lower high, what next? We are to be expecting a lower low, and a lower low needs to come down and pass the previous LL, right? So we're expecting price now to come down to give us an LL, okay, and a lower low. Okay, after we found an LL here, there's no more thing to do, because by right we should just see price come and pass the previous LL. Okay, so we need to see price come from here, from this side, okay, past the previous LL. Just let it come down. Even if it's here, is also fine. This area is also a very good place to call your lower low, because as long it's passing this previous LL, okay, it's also okay to call it your lower low. Okay, so we're going to use that real quick. You don't need the Fibonacci retracement to find your LL there, because what you need is just price. You need price to just, you know, come down. All right, you need price to come down, and of course pass the previous LL, and you are fine. Okay, so here you don't need the Fibonacci retracement to do anything. What you need, okay, is just an LL. Okay, you need okay, moving on. All right, now we can see our lower low. Okay, clone this. Okay, you can see our lower low is here, here, or here. Okay, why would I say that? Because at this level, okay, this is the previous LL, right? And what happened? Price broke it. And if price can break it below, you can see here this level and this level are different. Okay, we have our LL. Our LL can also be here, okay, or here, right? You don't need the Fibonacci retracement to tell you where your lower low like this can be. And also goes to the higher high too. Okay, when you have an higher low and you want price to give you a higher high, you just need price to break through the previous higher high just above it, and you're fine. You don't need the Fibonacci retracement to really give you where it's supposed to be. You just need price to break past it. Okay, but when you are looking for a higher low, okay, or a lower high, you need Fibonacci retracement to give you an actual position where it's supposed to be. that's how I trade with the Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, moving on. Okay, so now that's for the lower high scenario. Okay, that's for the downtrend. Okay, how to find that. Okay, now we have our lower low here. Let's use this one here. Okay, let's use this level here because it's further. It's really, it's much okay. Okay, it's down here, so I think it's better this way. Okay, now let's use this one because it's far from the previous lower low here. Okay, so we'll use our lower low. We use this lower low here. Now we want to find lower high. Okay, what we want to see, we want to see price come up, right? We don't want to see price break through this lower high here. Okay, just as you have here. Okay, you can see you have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So this lower high that has the entry area 88% chance must not be more than this one here. It must still be beneath it. Okay, right. Okay, so now we want to find a lower high. By right, we can say our lower high. Okay, let's clone this. Our lower high can be here. You can see it didn't pass, the lower high didn't get to this. Okay, it's still below this one, so it's also okay. But because very soon we are looking to start taking entries. Okay, we're looking to start taking entries, and now we're taking entries from this lower high up here. Okay, now you can see on the picture which I dropped here, you can see the entry level started when no, sorry, I need to use the lower high. The entry level started when, you can see we have LH, LL, LH, LL, right? And we can see we started taking entries from here. Okay, but don't worry, I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to try and take an entry from here, but first let's take an entry from LH first. Okay, or you know what, let's take an entry from LL, because I want to explain to us how we can use our Fibonacci retracement to get an LH, and also do that on an uptrend market, so we can understand before I go into proper how to start taking entry. So I will just go ahead and show us how we can use Fibonacci retracement to pinpoint LH and also HL in the upward market movement. Okay, so let's just continue on the Fibonacci retracement so we can understand it better. Okay. Okay, now let's use Fibonacci retracement tool now to ascertain LH. Now, how do we do that? Remember, we had to use our Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, now if we got this LH using the Fibonacci retracement tool from here, right, from the low of this LL to the high of this LH, to give us this new LH, the second one which we have here. Okay, now to get this third LH, we need to do the same thing. Okay, in this case, you need to draw your Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, from here, from this lower low, right, from the low of this lower low to the high of this lower high. Okay, now remember, your LH, you can only get it where? Your LH, you can get it only on the 0618. Okay, when you see price can get to this level, it means that's your LH. Okay, that means your price has given us a valid lower high. If you see price get to that 0.618 area using the Fibonacci retracement tool, it means that's your lower high and it's valid. Then you can now say, okay, fine, as long price has been able to move from here, okay, to this area, the 0.618, okay, it means that's a confirmation that we can now put our LH at this level. We can start looking for sell at this level, because when you have lower high up, we're looking to sell. When you are at the bottom, when you have lower low here, we're looking to buy. LH, we're looking to sell. LL, we're looking to buy. Okay, so now this LH, we are looking to sell. Okay, so that's how it goes on and on. But if you look at it, you can see market still came. Okay, you can see market came down, right? Market came down, and what happened? Market came down, all right, and went up higher, okay, and came down again and went up even more higher. But the good thing about this, okay, the good thing about this, I don't want us to get confused, okay. First, price, just a moment, you draw your Fibonacci from the LL, from the low to the lower high. You can see price gets to this level, which means that's a valid LH. You can put your LH there, okay, and even if, all right, even if price goes to this level, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up again, as long, okay, price does not break this LH up here, all right, anywhere here is fine. You can call here an LH, you can call here an LH, you can call here an LH, as long price is not coming to break this level, okay. Price is not coming to break this level. You are still very much in the zone of lower high, okay. So I don't want you getting confused, okay, saying, okay, you said 0.618, if price gets to that place, a lower high, but why is price still going up? Price can go up as more as it wants, it's not a problem, but we're just making sure price does not go up and break this second LH, okay. Price must not come and break this second LH. If price breaks it, remember on the first part 1 of the first video which I draw for us in the platform, okay, which is also on YouTube, okay, that will now be a switch. If price comes up and breaks this second LH, it means now from the downtrend market, price is now moving to the uptrend market. Now that's a switch, meaning now the uptrend market is now building, okay. That is only if price come towards this level and breaks this and comes above, then we're looking at a shift and we're looking for bullish momentum. Uptrend market is now building. That's the only way you can say, okay, fine, price has shifted, it's no longer a lower high, now it's now going to be higher high and higher lows, okay. That's just by the way. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, now we can put our lower high here as long it's not breaking this one here, so it's fine. Okay, great. So now you can see clearly that price, okay, price now has given us three lower highs and 2 lower lows. So right now we're looking for a lower low. Want to see price come down from here, right, and give us a lower low, right? But what happened? Price kept on going higher. Okay, price kept on going higher. Okay, now if you look closely, okay, I'm going to draw a line here. Okay, we don't want price to break the second lower high, which is here, okay, which is here, right? Let's turn this to black. Okay, now this is black. Okay, we don't want price to break it. If price breaks it or touch it or just give us a wick or whatever, it has shifted. Now what happened? We can see clearly here that price, okay, price went up high, okay, after I came down to this level, after I came down from up to down, okay, price went high and broke the black line which carried the LH, which means price has shifted, which means now we are going to be having higher low down here, higher low is going to be down here, okay, right, and higher high is going to be down up here, okay. Higher low will be here because now uptrend market is now building, so we'll be having higher low here, higher high here, then we're expecting higher low to be at this level, okay, that we're going to get to it. Okay, this is just for a lower high downtrend market way of getting using Fibonacci retracement tool to get lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so we are done with downtrend. Now you can understand that to get your lower high, you need a Fibonacci retracement to ascertain the exact position or 100% accuracy of your lower highs, okay, in a downtrend market. Okay, while lower lows need to just pass the previous one to give us a lower low, so you don't need Fibonacci retracement to give us that. Okay, the Fibonacci retracement tool is mainly to get an accurate set for the LH, that's the lower high. Okay, so now let's move to uptrend market real quick so that we can move on. I don't wait too much. It's really much. Okay, you know what, I will move ahead. Okay, quickly do this here. An uptrend market, okay, it's same as a downtrend market. Okay, you can see we have higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. It's the same scenario you will use. Okay, same scenario, same scenario, just as I did for downtrend market. To get your HL, you need to draw your Fibonacci retracement to from the high to the low. Okay, to get your HL. We'll quickly do that quickly so we can move to getting an entry point so we can round up with this video. Okay, so let's look for an uptrend market real quick so that I can show us real quick. Okay, so now we can use this one. We can use this one here real quick so we can move to spotting. We can move to spotting. Let's see, taking out all this. Okay, so now, as I said, we saw price breach this level. Okay, we saw price breach this level, which means we are now having a switch, which means now it's an uptrend market. Okay, it's building now. Okay, so now here, here is a higher low. Okay, here now it's going to be a higher low. HL, we're going to give it a green because it's, you know, green is for up. Okay, so now we have higher low here because we see price breaking this level here. Okay, so we have higher low here. Now we have higher high here. Okay, higher high here. Okay, now we want to see a higher low, right? We want to see a higher low. Okay, we want to see a higher low, right? Now what you need to do, you need to draw your Fibonacci retracement. Now remember, now we've shifted, or we've switched from downtrend to uptrend. So now we want to look for higher low, and I told you higher low, the Fibonacci retracement tool is going to give you an accurate one to know where your HL is. There's a higher low or your lower high. Okay, good. Now to get your HL, you need to draw your Fibonacci retracement tool from the high of the higher high, drag it down. Let's take out this Fibonacci retracement tool first. This one, delete. Now a clear one. Now we take our high here, okay, of the higher high down to the low of the higher low. Okay, now the 0.618, same scenario, just as we have on a downtrend. The 0.618 is also where the line where you know that, okay, fine, price has come towards that area, price has come towards this area, okay, the 0.618 area, okay, which means that that's a higher low. It's confirmed that that's a place we can put our HL. Okay, so now we can now say this area here. Let's clone this one real fast. We can say this area here, because it's on the dash red line, that 0.618 area, it's our higher low. So now what we want to look for now, okay, now if I go to this one, the uptrend market, we have higher low, higher high, just as we have here. Okay, higher low, higher high. Now we have a higher low here, just as we have on this one. So now we want to see price go higher. Okay, we want to see the second HH. That's what we're looking to take our entry. Okay, so now we want to see price go up and pass this first HH, which we have on our chart here. Okay, we want to see price come from here. Okay, we can see price try to go up. We want to see price come towards this side and give us an HH. Okay, an HH here, right? Let's clone this. Want to see price come up and give us an HH. Okay, but that did not happen. Okay, we saw price dipping instead. Okay, that's the market for you. Okay, you don't know, it just does whatever it wants to do. Okay, so we delete this one because price is not going further, price fell to the ground. Okay, so now we can see clearly, okay, we can see clearly that price went down further. Okay, now I'm going to draw a line, a black line this time, just as we did for the downtrend market, right? I'm going to draw at here, okay, at this wick here, okay, or we could say, because it's a wick, we could use this one here. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, let's use this one instead of a wick. We can use this one because this one looks like a very ranging candles are there, so we can use this. Okay, instead of this wick, we can use this. So our higher low is here, our Fibonacci is at the low of the higher low. Okay, so now we want to see a higher low. So higher low is supposed to be here, right? Because you can see price came towards the 0.618 area, which is a confirmation that that's an accurate place to put your HL. Okay, remember, just as we have on the downtrend market, we saw price go up further. Okay, that's for the downtrend market, right? And now you can see same thing for the uptrend market. Price did not just start going up after we saw an accurate HL here. Okay, price kept on going down. Okay, price kept on pushing down. Okay, all right. Okay, so now I'm going to draw this line here. I'm going to draw this line here. Okay, good. Now we saw price keep on pushing down. Okay, price keep pushing down towards this level. Okay, and to our greater surprise, okay, just as the lower just as we had on the downtrend market, we saw price break the lower high, which we didn't want it to break, that black line up here. Okay, this one, which had a switch, which made us to have an HL here, also having an HH, which means now we have an uptrend market building. Okay, now we saw the same thing happen here. We see price, okay, come down here, okay, and broke, okay, this HL, right? You can see price broke the line, the previous HL, higher low, which means we have another shift. Okay, that's a switch again. Now trying to build an uptrend market, we saw price hit or break through the previous HL, higher low, which means market has shifted now from uptrend building back to downtrend market. Okay, so now right now we can see price now has shifted. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush out. Now this HL now is going to be invalid, right? Because price broke this black line for the first HL. Okay, so now this one is no longer valid. Okay, now we're going to use this one now. Okay, because now we are seeing a downtrend market come in play. So now we'll be having a lower high here. Okay, we'll have a lower high here, LH. We'll turn this to red because it's bearish. Okay, lower high here. Now we have a lower low here, right? Because if we have a lower high down, we should have a lower low, right? So now we have a lower low here, LL. Okay, so if we have a lower low down, what should we have next? We should be having a lower high, because now it's a downtrend market that's switched. So now to get a lower high, what do? We need to use the retracement tool. Remember, LH. To get an LH on HL, we use the Fibonacci retracement tool to get an accurate spot for it. Just in case we'll be taking an entry there, it will be fantastic. Okay, so now guys, so now we're going to delete this Fibonacci retracement tool, and now because we are switching to a downtrend market, now we need to take a Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, now to get an LH, we need to put the Fibonacci retracement tool at the low of the LL up to the LH here. Okay, now remember, how do we know we found an accurate and valid LH? Price needs to get into the 0.618 area, this dash line. Okay, and what happened? We can see that price came up, okay, into this level, which means it's an accurate place to put an LH. Okay, and also to add, if price, okay, if price, for example, okay, I'm just adding this for example, if price, all right, come on, okay, if price, wow, come on, voila, okay, if price, okay, it's not actually, if price come from a lower high and does not touch this dot line for the 0.618, okay, it shows us that it's not valid. We cannot use that place for an LW, that's a lower high. We must make sure price touches the dash line or passes it. That's a confirmation that that place is indeed a lower high, indeed a place where we can now capitalize on to either find an entry or to either link again for something. Okay, price needs to enter the 0.618 area for us to see that that area has been confirmed to be a lower high or a higher low. That's in a bullish scenario. Okay, so that's it. So now in this case we can see price went into the 0.618 proper. Okay, it went in proper. Okay, you can see it came up even to the 0.5, I mean this area. Okay, so that's cool. So now we can say that we have a lower high. Let me just clone this one, clone this one here. We can put our lower high here. As I said before, as long price does not come up to cross this side, anywhere you see price gets to, as long it has passed the 0.618 area, is a lower high. Okay, so you can put your lower high at this level, it is fine. Okay, here is also a very fine place to put your lower high. Okay, so it's all good. All right, same thing. Now we want to get the lower low. What happens to get a lower low? What we want to see, we want to see price just come down. Okay, just as what we saw here. We want to see price come down and just break this LL here. Okay, we don't need Fibonacci retracement to show us the next lower low. We just want price to come down and pass this LL to come down to give us a lower low. Okay, and you can see clearly price gave us a lower low. Whether here whether price comes here is also a lower low because it's okay, this is on top of that, or whether here is still a lower low, whether here, all right, it's still a lower low. Okay, all these places are lower lows. All right, okay, good. So guys, now we understand, okay, how we can use the Fibonacci retracement to ascertain lower highs in a downtrend market and higher lows in an uptrend market. Okay, the Fibonacci retracement, to which I just explained to us here, would give us clear understanding how to get an LH when it's a lower high in a downtrend market and higher low, okay, in an uptrend market. How to get a very accurate. Okay, so I'm going to be ending this video here, and I'm going to shoot the next video right now for part 3. The part 3 is going to be all about how we can pinpoint an entry, whether to the sell side or to buy side. Okay, so I'm going to catch you in the next video. Don't go anywhere, and please subscribe and comment. Okay, I'm doing a lot of work here, okay, for all of us. Okay, so please make sure you watch the third video, okay, and see how the market works. Okay, so let's quickly check what's happening on the market. So that, whoa, it's going towards our end. Oh my gosh, so TP2 is going really well. Okay, so guys, unfortunately I want to just give us TP1 to just, you know, take and get out of the market, but to our surprise, price is really doing well. Price for the USD, which I gave. So moving on. All right guys, I will see you around on part 3. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.